Okay, in five, four, three, two, one. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Junior Golf Podcast. I'm your host, Ro Thompson. And as always, we have a special guest on the podcast tonight, and that's none other than Marissa Scaletta. How you doing, Marissa?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on tonight.
Well, listen, thank you for being on. We have been trying to get this done for a minute now, right?
We have.
And listen, you just keep on winning and keep on winning. I said, okay, I know I got to get her on. She has been performing at a good high level. And so as we get into the broadcast tonight, I just want to say again, thank you for agreeing to do this. I think I just had your brother on a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
He's a big time player too. Now, do you get a chance to beat him that often?
not that often.
That often. Okay. Yeah, but I'm sure you beat him a couple of times, right?
Yeah, take it when you can get it.
I know, right? Take it when you can
Yeah.
get it. Well, listen, tell us how you got into this wonderful game of golf.
Oh boy. So I've always been around golf my whole life, just because my grandpa, he was a member at Pinehurst, and
Okay.
he would take the grandkids out. We would go hit on the Pinehurst range,
Okay.
um, and I'd go out with like Bennett and Jackson and stuff. And then I played a lot of sports growing up, uh, almost every sport in the book, and I was not too interested in golf.
Okay.
And then COVID hit, and there's nothing else to do, so I would just go out to the golf course, Cobb's Glen, with Bennett and Jackson, and we would just have a ton of competitions. And yeah, the rest is history.
So you've been playing ever since. How old were you when you like really said, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna do this"?
I would say I didn't. I played on the golf team 7th through 12th grade now, and I didn't fully commit to the game until I would say my junior year.
Okay.
So, but I've been playing tournaments, like playing competitively since I was in 6th grade, but haven't commit until junior year.
Okay.
So,
So now would you say you're like fully committed now?
we're
A little bit?
I wouldn't say that. I don't know if I'm fully committed,
Yeah.
but we're a lot more than we used to be. That's for
But it's
sure.
good. It's good. It's good to be not fully committed and winning tournaments and all this good stuff. But I got to throw some jabs now. I got to throw some jabs.
Yeah.
Now, why do you like playing golf?
I like playing golf because I love the opportunity to compete. I love
Okay.
competing.
Okay.
Um, it's such a challenging game. It will humble you for sure. Uh,
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that in a few minutes.
yeah, it's such a humbling game, and
Yeah.
you just keep coming back for more because you can always be better. And I love competing, so it's a great opportunity for that.
Yeah, yeah, and I always talk about golf is a little bit like life. You have these ups and
Mhm.
downs, and the question is, are you willing to fight and bounce back from your ups and downs? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because golf is just so, it's so up and down. But so talk to us about your you've been playing really good golf lately, and we'll talk about some tournament wins in just a minute. But what's your practice routine? Walk us through a day in the life of practice with Marissa.
Practice routine. So I try and play at least 3 days a week, and then practice others. If not, play more than that.
Okay.
Um, I like playing more than practicing for sure. Um, but practice routine. So I've been getting into more organized practices because that is more beneficial than just going out there and hitting a few putts, hitting a bucket of range balls, whatever. So I'll do, depending on the day, I like to spend more time on the putting green, just because that's where you spend. There's a lot of shots around the green that you can pick up pretty
Right.
easily. So uh, some days of the week I'll focus on more short putts inside 6 feet, and then other days it'd be more lag putting, chipping, up and down practice. And then we'll just go out and play matches. We're extremely lucky to have a lot of junior players at Cobb's Glen that we just go out and do competitive matches. You'll have a partner maybe, but or we'll just do like best ball, whatever. So that that's uh that's about what a practice would be like. What a week.
Good. And is Jeff Roof, he's still the head pro up there at Cobb's Glen?
Yeah, he's our general manager.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
He
general
does a
manager.
lot of
Okay.
like the pro stuff, but we have another pro, Chip
Okay.
Fowl.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I've known
Hmm.
Jeff for like probably 15, 16 years. So we go back a long way. So when you see him again, tell him Ro said hello. All right.
Yeah, well,
Good, good. So now what's your favorite drill? A lot of juniors, parents, they watch the show and sometimes they might need a little more specific drill. What's your favorite, you know, to
favorite
do when you're out on
drill.
the course? Yeah.
Um, favorite drill. Let's see. There's always one that I always go back to, which is just like a 4-footer drill,
Hmm.
4 tees around the hole,
Okay.
4 tees around the hole at 4 feet, and then a tee behind that at 5 feet, and you got to make 8 in a row.
Okay.
I always go back to that one.
Okay.
That's probably my like lag putting one or
Okay.
short putting one, and then I'll have a different lag putting drill. Where my favorite lag putting one is where I do uphill first, and I'll put a tee at 15 or 20 feet, 25 feet, 30, and 35, and I'll have 3 balls, and you got to get them all within a certain box around the hole. Or sometimes I don't even do that drill to a hole just because, I mean, we're lag putting, so we're not necessarily trying to make it, but that's
Correct.
my favorite lag putting one.
That's good. And what do you feel is the strongest part of your game?
The strongest part of my game, is definitely my distance and my shots gained off the tee,
Okay.
followed by my putting. My putting is the second strongest.
Okay. What's
Um,
your carry? What's your carry off the tee? What's your carry number?
so for driver, I probably carry around 250, 260
Okay.
total, about 270,
Okay.
275. So that's definitely my strength. Love hitting driver.
Okay. And what do you feel you could stand some improvement in? What area?
Can definitely improve on my wedges and chipping around the greens, which is just I went to Coyote the other day to see Paul Woodbury, and we worked on chipping there, so it
Shout
should
out
be
to
on the up.
Paul.
Yeah, should be on the
Paul,
up.
but hold on. Paul, when you coming on the show, man? Come on now.
I don't
All
know.
right.
We got to get them on.
Gotta get Paul on the show.
Uh-huh.
Good, good. Now, when it comes to golf, you have to balance academics and playing. How do you balance, getting good grades and playing really good high level golf? How do you balance it all?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not the best at time management, but I'm a lot better than I used to be.
Okay.
Um, but it's all about planning out your day,
Hmm.
which
That's
is
right.
hard. And I'm not one to like using a planner or anything.
Right.
But it's once you start getting to these higher levels, and especially once you get into college golf, it's going to be extremely important that your time management is very good.
You
But
think?
I definitely struggle with that for sure.
Hey,
Um,
I'm not a psychic or anything, but I got a feeling that your parents stay on you about time management.
uh, oh no, they're not too much on to
They-
us.
They're not too bad. Okay, good,
No,
good, good. Now you've been winning a couple of tournaments. You won a couple of tournaments over the last few months. What's the secret? Why you winning all of a sudden?
what's the
What's happening?
secret?
Yeah, what's the secret to winning?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out myself. Secret to winning. What's worked for me is I've changed in this past year. I've done a ton of mental work and performance coaching with my coach Chip Ridley. So thank you, Chip,
Shout out
and
to
he's
Coach
helped me a
Chip.
lot.
He's been on the
Yeah,
show. Yeah,
he's helped me a lot with my
yeah.
performance coaching and just changing my mindset. I would say from last year to this year is just a completely different mindset. On the course, off the course, in in school and everything. So you'll see like a lot of kids that will have like extremely good athletic ability, but they
Right.
don't have the same success as someone else who's done a lot of performance coaching um, on and off the course, and that I would say is the biggest game changer for me this past year.
That's good. I'm glad you talk. I'm glad you're bringing up the mental and the performance
Yeah.
part of it. Now you're having a bad day. You're in the middle of a round. Uh, Shots just going everywhere. You know, things are
Oh
just
boy.
chaotic, right? How do you stay calm? How do you relax yourself? Do you have a go-to something that you do to kind of keep things from getting out of hand? What do you do to kind of maintain your composure on the course?
Yeah. So one of my biggest goals on the course is that however I'm playing, if someone comes up and watches me at a random time in the round, they will not know if I'm playing good, bad, okay, whatever. I just like to be
Mm,
steady, most just as steady as possible. So when those bad days and those bad shots come, because they will come, you
right,
just have to be able to handle it with just calm and try and keep it inside. I don't like to show a lot of emotion on the course.
right,
Um, if I like make a putt, I usually don't give it a fist bump or anything because we're just like moving on. That's in the past now. We got to look out the windshield, not in the rear view mirror. So it's gonna happen, but I'll just say in golf, you don't know what the next shot's gonna be. So
right.
it's always like focusing on that next shot and your process for it because the bad ones are gonna happen and you just gotta let it. The faster you blow it off your shoulder, get off your back, the better it is for you. And I think that just takes a lot of that, and it's easy to say now,
Mhm.
just let it go, but it's hard. It takes a lot of practice, and I would say a lot of like experience for me to be like that now because I definitely was not like that in the past.
That's good. That's good. So yeah, we've got, you've been winning some tournaments lately. Is there anything specific that you do leading into a tournament to make sure that you're like really sharp going into the tournaments?
So, all going into the tournaments, there's a lot of preparation that happens ahead of time with like
Okay.
finding out what tee box we're gonna play and
Yes.
um, what tee box we're gonna play because usually we know what tees it will be, and then and in the practice round they'll mark the pins and stuff. You got to step off the pins, um, and let's see what else. We do a lot of like since we know so most of the courses that we play, I've played in the past, so I'll know like what to hit off of the tee. A lot of visualization ahead of time,
Hmm.
especially like on the car ride there or like the days leading up. We'll do a lot of visualization just to be like, okay, this is what side of the tee box I'm going to tee off on. This is what club I'm going to use, and then from there it's just like execution basically.
Yeah. How important would you say, Marissa, is preparation? Because a lot of some kids, they just get to the tournament or get to the practice round. They just play without doing any kind of research, without mapping out shots on whether it's 18 birdies or decade. Then they don't do that. Well, how important would you say is preparation, tournament preparation?
Yeah, so I use Decade, Decade Golf.
Shout out to Scott Fawcett,
Um,
decade.
yeah. I think it's important. Like, if you can get a yardage book, that will be good. But for me, I don't get the Strackline books every tournament because they are expensive. So, but if it preparation leading up to the tournament is just, I feel like it's just a given. Like, you have to do it because the more familiar you are with the course, probably the
Mhm.
better you are going to play, the more comfortable you're going to be out there. And that can happen ahead of time, but also I feel like it's just in the practice round. If that's all you can get, you better take it seriously. Like we're not out here just messing around and stuff. Figure out what you're gonna hit off the tee. Step out the pins on the green because most of the time they're dotted. And in practice rounds, for me, I don't do like a ton of like chipping around the green. I'll figure maybe on a couple holes, but I just
Mhm.
mostly a ton of putting on the greens. Figure out the speeds, a lot of lag putts.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's how.
What sounds like to me that you're not leaving anything to chance. You're really going through your checks and balances to make sure you have a good tournament. And that's probably why you're winning right now. So that's a beautiful thing. Now, do you have a favorite book that you have read over the past that you could share with our audience that you like?
Favorite book. gosh, I think there's one that I have, and it's called "Be Champion Minded." That
Oh,
one, um, that's a good one.
okay.
Um, I'm not a big reader, I will say.
Yeah,
I listen to a lot more podcasts than reading, but
yeah. Okay.
yeah.
But that's good. That's good. All right. Make sure you listen to a lot more of the Junior Golf podcast when you get some
Yeah.
time. Okay. I'm just teasing. All right. So let's talk about let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about some future aspirations. What are your short-term goals and your long-term goals in golf?
Well, short-term goals. I'd like to play well this weekend at the Players Championship, so that's up next. From there, we're just trying to continue to lower the stroke average, lower the differential.
Hmm.
It's been a huge goal this past year, and which I've actually gotten my goal from last year, so that was a bonus.
Okay.
Um, but short term, we're just working on some swing changes over the winter and stuff that I haven't been able to do up until because I've been playing a bunch. But
Yeah.
and then long term goals, of course, going to Western Carolina next fall. Super excited about that. I'd
Congratulations.
like to, yeah, thank you.
Hmm.
I'd like to be freshman of the year. That's a big goal.
Mm.
Um, uh, SoCon Southern Conference freshman of the year. Um, for Western. And then if the doors keep opening, possibly play on the tour. I mean, I'm just kind of gonna go with the flow and see like if the opportunity comes, why not take it? So
There you go.
that's where
It,
we're
it,
at
it,
right now.
it could happen, right?
Yeah,
It's
never
it's
know.
it's a small percentage, but
Hmm.
if it's possible, anything's possible. You with me?
Yeah, or if we work
So,
hard enough, anything's possible.
all right. So before we get into some fun questions, I want to ask you this. What would you tell the younger Marissa that you've learned like recently? If you could tell the younger Marissa, do this, do this, do this, what would you tell the younger Marissa?
Tell the younger Marissa. Well, the younger Marissa was not into golf
Right.
at this time. She wanted to do a lot of other things,
Yeah.
but I'd probably tell her just in anything, you have to enjoy the journey.
Hmm.
I think that's my biggest that's what I tell myself all the time. You got to enjoy the journey, enjoy the process because if you're not enjoying the process, you're not going to get anywhere. So, we got to enjoy the journey. Don't put too much pressure on yourself and just go out there and have fun.
That's right. That's right. Good, good, good. So let's get into some fun questions here. So, who are some of your favorite PGA or LPGA players?
My favorite LPGA
Hmm.
player is Nelly Corda.
Okay.
Love her.
Why
She's
you
got a
why you
great
like why you like Nelly?
she's got a great swing. I love her swing.
Smooth. I don't know how her little thin self create all that power.
She hits it far too.
I know. She's skinny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Um PGA right now, I really like Scotty. He's just such a great guy. I think
yeah.
you got to say Scotty. And
Hmm.
then Bryson DeChambeau. I like
Yeah,
Bryson a lot too.
yeah.
So,
Good players right there. Good players right there.
yeah.
So if you could put together your dream foursome, who would it be?
Well, there we
You,
go.
you you only got three. You only got three players you can pick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna have to go with Nelly, Scotty, and Bryson
And
again. I
Bryson,
mean,
you ain't
yeah,
gonna you ain't gonna take Jackson, and you ain't
no,
gonna take your brother with you.
no, I'll play with them. I'll play with them next week.
Yeah, I know, right? Shout out to Jackson in Colorado Springs, Colorado. He
Yes.
came out. He came out to see John at the underrated stop at
Mhm.
Eisenhower. Yes,
Right.
yes. Shout out to Jackson. So, would you rather hit every fairway or two putt every green?
Gonna have to go with two putt evergreen.
Okay, okay. So you trying to avoid those three putts?
Yeah, avoid those three putts. They'll get you.
Yeah, they will catch up with you. All right. And what's your favorite course that you've played before? And what's your course that you definitely want to play one day?
Course that I definitely want to play.
Hmm.
Gotta say, Augusta National. That's just I don't know how you don't say Augusta National on that one.
Yeah.
And then my favorite course that I've played is probably the Cliffs at Mountain Park. Um,
Oh yeah. I heard that's nice.
yeah,
The
that
clip.
it's a super nice course. It's a great layout for my game, and then
Hmm.
it's beautiful up there in the mountains and stuff. So gonna have to go
Hmm.
with Mountain Park.
There you go. There you go. Now, the cliffs you played, is that a just a casual round or is that a tournament y'all played in?
That was I got to play there for the Georgia South Carolina team matches.
Okay.
And then I was out there because the boys 5A Division two state championship was there last spring, so
Right.
I also
Okay.
walked it for that. So
Okay, that's good. That's good. Now, what do you like to do outside of golf?
outside of golf, I love to work out
Okay.
for fun, and I work out at and I do CrossFit for fun. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I used to do P90. You ever tried that?
no, I've never tried that. Maybe I'll have
Ooh,
to.
P90. Oh, CrossFit. Oh my gosh. P90 had me in the best shape of my life. So give it a try since you like the CrossFit a little bit.
Yeah, I love
Okay.
CrossFit.
And that I know you've probably tried Insanity, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh gosh. Put that one on your list. P90 and Insanity. Oh my gosh, you would love that since you
Yeah,
know
I
like
love
CrossFit.
CrossFit. Any type of physical fitness. If somebody asks me, I'm a
Yeah.
sucker for it, so I'll definitely say yes.
Yes. Yeah.
If someone was like, you want to do an Ironman with me?" I would be like, "Yeah, I'm down."
Oh, you'll do it. Okay. So now what's in the bag? Talk to me about these
The bag.
weapons that you are killing. You know, walk us through your bag real quick.
So we got driver. It's my
Mm-hmm.
favorite club. I have a 3 wood. I don't
Ho
hit
ho ho
that.
ho 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 ho. You can't just say driver. You gotta
I
tell
have
us
a,
what kind of
a
driver.
okay. So I have a hand-me-down driver from
Okay.
Bennett. It's the
Okay.
Stealth. It's the original Stealth
Okay, so
driver.
tailor-made stealth.
Yes.
Okay. And
Then I have
are you willing to sell it or you ain't trying to get rid of that right now?
I mean, I don't know. I'm hitting it pretty well, so that's good. But
So
I've
so
had it.
you so you so you so that's the answer is no. If you hit that driver good, you can't get rid of that.
Yeah, it's a couple years old though, so it wouldn't hurt to
Yeah.
get a new one.
Bennett, give your sister a new driver, Bennett. Gee
Yeah,
whiz.
what is he doing? I'm sure he's got a couple GTs in his room. I know he does.
Yes, yes. Good deal. Good deal. All right, go ahead. So finish the rest of the bag.
So we got driver,
Mm-hmm.
stealth driver, then we got QI 10 3 wood. I
Three
don't hit
wood.
that
Okay.
much. I'm trying to get better at hitting it.
Yes,
I'm
that's
not
a
a
tough
huge
club to hit off the deck.
yeah, I'm not a
Yeah.
huge fan of woods in general.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then we got Strixon 2 iron from Chip. He gave me that.
Okay.
I like to hit that one off the tee on holes where we can't necessarily go driver.
Yeah, keep it in the fairway.
And then we got uh, 4 iron through pitching wedge of TaylorMade P790s
Okay.
stiff shafts. And then I have a 52 and a 56 Yoki wedge from Titleist wedges.
Okay.
And then TaylorMade putter.
Okay. All
Some
right.
random putter my dad just bought one time. He was like, "Here, just use this." I was like, "Okay."
Right. Okay. Well, good. Now, what's you have a lucky charm you carry around in the bag that, whether it's a ball marker or something special that you keep around as a good luck charm?
I don't have one of those,
Mm-hmm.
but if I'm being superstitious and I'm on the second day of a golf tournament, then I like to play uh, a one,
Oh,
a number one
number one
ball.
ball. Okay.
So I'm be like, "Oh, I'm winning, so I'm playing a number one ball."
Right.
Just
What
something
balls you
silly.
play?
Pro V one.
Pro V1.
Mhm.
$5 a ball. All right. Couple of rapid fire questions. Driver or putter, and why?
Driver all day. Send it, baby.
Send it, baby. That's right.
Send it.
All right. Walk or ride?
Probably walk. I walk a
Okay.
lot.
Yeah, yeah. You CrossFit. You like to stay in shape.
Just enjoy the time out there outside. So
Right. On course snack.
probably fruit snacks. I love fruit
Okay.
snacks.
Any favorite oranges, apples, bananas? Any favorites?
No, anything.
Not really. Okay. On course drink.
If we're playing in the summer, definitely just cold water,
Yeah.
just like ice water, because that's all you want. You don't even want a Gatorade or anything. You just want cold water.
You want the water, yeah. To quench that thirst, right?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a favorite golf movie?
No, I mean I
No.
don't really watch. I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch a lot of golf at
Yeah.
all. Golf
And listen,
Channel, golf
hey,
movies.
Marissa, John don't either. I just don't understand why y'all don't go. That is,
I don't know. I don't watch any golf. If I'm out, I think watching a junior tournament is also pretty boring.
yeah, yeah.
I don't really like watching golf.
You don't like golf either. And but and I don't know if your dad, mom and dad ever tried to get you to watch golf. The reason that you should watch golf is because the announcers teach you a lot. They teach you
Yeah,
what the players are thinking. They're teaching you how not to short side yourself. Really, a lot of golf management. Managing the course, how to play different greens. So that would be my plug in terms of, hey, you should consider watching golf. Okay, but anyway,
hmm
it's just some kids don't like to watch it, some kids do. This is one of those things. So who would you like to, Marissa, give a shout out to? Somebody, some people that have really been in your corner, that have meant the most, even though you may not tell them all the time you appreciate them. Who would you like to give a shout out to in terms of appreciation?
Well, first I gotta give a shout out to my parents because
That's
none of
right.
this would be possible without them.
Hmm.
They're driving me to the tournaments,
What?
helping paying for all this. It's
Booking
expensive. So,
hotels, you know,
uh-huh.
taking you out to
Yeah,
eat.
gotta give a shout out to my parents.
Yes.
Then of course the family. So I got Bennett
Right.
and Jackson for pushing me to become better every
Yeah.
day and in our matches at Cobb's Glen. And then of course my coaches. So we got Chip Ridley.
Hmm.
Love you, Chip. No, I got I've just started working with Paul Woodbury more
Okay.
in the past couple months.
Right.
And then my CrossFit coach, Colin Leonard.
Okay.
So that's everyone I'm like to give a shout out.
Good. Good. Well, I know they love working with you, and
Yeah,
I
because
know
I would
you
not
like
be
working with
here. I
them.
would not be where I am today without any of those people. So
That's right. That's right. How can our listeners find you on social media?
you can find me on Instagram at Marissa Scaletta. Um, that's it. I don't have anything else.
Hey, listen, that's all you need. You don't need a bunch of, you know,
Yeah,
different social media outlets. Well, Marissa, it's been good having you on the show. I wish you well at Western Carolina, and this weekend at the Players, and that's in uh where they having the Players
it's
at.
at Hartsville Country Club.
Hartsville, yeah, Hartsville Country Club. Right, right, right. Okay. Good luck down there. I think you can do well there. Yeah, they
We're
got
gonna
some.
try and continue the train.
Yeah,
Keep
keep
it
it. Yeah,
going.
keep the momentum going. Keep the momentum
That's
going.
right.
All right. Well, listen, thank you for coming on. And like I said, good luck. And hopefully we'll see you out on the junior circuit or the college circuit, okay?